Hello, you hipsters that don't think you're hipsters. I am Poo Noob, and this is my review for Watch Dogs 2, the latest open world Ubisoft game, and the sequel to Watch Dogs 1, of course, because it has 2 in the name. So yeah, I think it's a pretty damn good game. It's certainly much better than the first one. So for starters, I played it on the PC, and it runs so much better than the first game. Like the first game, I can barely manage. I managed to get like 35 to 40 frames, but it was a very laggy 40 frames. But Watch Dogs 2, I managed to get it a very stable 40, and sometimes I can get it up to 50 to 60. And as you know, my rig is not a super high tier rig, and some of the effects I put it on high, so I thought that was pretty damn good. The game is really well optimized, so is really good. I was really surprised, and I much prefer the atmosphere and the themes in this game because it went with the very cheesy and silly route almost as much as Saints Row. It felt like a very Saints Row-y almost kind of game. Not as crazy as Saints Row, but it's still way more crazy. It's way crazier if you compare it to the first game. The first game was just too serious for me. The character was just too dark. It was just too. I do like dark characters, but it was lame kind of dark. While this one, they just didn't care, and it was really silly and cheesy and stuff like that. Yeah, you had your dark moments as well in this game, but for the most part, it was really silly, and I really like that. The characters are all really colorful and stuff. You basically play as a bunch of hipster hackers, pretty much. You're in San Francisco. There's a bunch of hipster style clothes and coffee to drink, and yeah, they embraced it and they just went crazy with the entire team. And the game has a lot of stuff to do, like all of your usual open world Ubisoft games. This one also has a lot of stuff to do, but the map was much smaller than I thought it would be. But it's very compact, so there's a lot of like not wasted space on the map. San Francisco felt really great. It looked really great. There's a lot of buildings, and a lot of those buildings you can climb, you can scale. There's a lot of secret stuff to get, a lot of things to hack. I thought the entire map, all the level design was really well done. And this game to me is basically an open world stealth game, and I can't get enough of that. The stealth mechanics in this game is really fun. So you get 2 pretty damn good gadgets in this game. Basically a land drone and a quadcopter, or an air drone, I guess. So 2 drones, land and air drones, and that they are really fun to use. You can use it to infiltrate a very heavily guarded area. You can use it to take out people. You can cause disturbances, and then you do the infiltration yourself. And it adds a very nice stealth element into the game, and the land drone and the quadcopter is very useful, and it's just really fun to use. The combat in the game though felt out of place. It's because this game is about a bunch of young hackers, and having them wielding assault rifles and shooting people, even though those people could be gangsters and like bad guys or whatever, it just felt really out of place, and it did not fit the themes at all. And you know that bloody freaking term that I really hate, ludonarrative dissonance. It kind of fits here. It didn't. The combat was really out of place. I thought that the game would have been much better with maybe not zero combat, but take out the assault weapons. Maybe give more gadgets or something to stun, something like that. And since the stealth was already so good, I thought they could have just gave us more basic combat without the freaking assault weapons. just felt so out of place, you know, wearing my hipster shit, sniping people's heads off. It's really weird. And I think because of the combat, certain missions and sections were, I felt it was a bit difficult to stealth through, like it wasn't really meant for stealth. So I did try to force stealthing it by using my drones, but basically all I did was use my drones to drop grenades and kill all the guards in that area, and until no one's there anymore, and I guess I won't really have to. But it doesn't feel right, you know. It just doesn't feel right. So I would have much preferred if every section of this game had an option to stealth, or made it more of an emphasis. So I played roughly around 30 hours. I played all of the main quests and all of the side quests. And I think 30 hours is a pretty good length, because right about at the 25-hour mark, I felt it was getting very, very repetitive, because it was mostly the same things. But I also there was also a string of side quests that required you to set up ambushes rather than infiltrate a already guarded area. So I thought that was a really cool, you know, spin on the mechanics, and I would have preferred to have more of that. But yeah, it was only like a string of 5 side quests. So 30 hours felt good. I felt like I got my money's worth. I felt like I got, you know, everything I could have gotten from the game. I also tried a bit of the multiplayer and the online multiplayer, which had issues during launch, especially for the PC version. I'm not sure about consoles. Basically, games will crash, and I did crash a couple of times. But I tried the online multiplayer. There are a couple of different missions. You can do co-op missions. You can do bounty hunt, basically trying to kill another player as a PvP thing. And my favorite is the stealth hacking, basically trying to hack a enemy player and making sure that enemy player don't find you, basically. And it's really fun. It's just really, really fun. Just waiting for the bar to fill up and hoping that the guy doesn't see you. So yeah, the online multiplayer was pretty surprisingly fun. I do recommend you guys try it. It's fun. I did not try the co-op though. It was quite difficult because the first time that I tried online, I crashed, and it was me trying to do co-op, so I didn't try co-op again after that. But yeah, overall, Watch Dogs 2 is a freaking good game. Really fun, great stealth, really cool, fun hacking mechanics. I love the drones, I love the cheesy themes, and it's one of the best games this year that I played, and it's so good. I really highly recommend, especially if you like the first game. I think this is a huge step up. But if you're always into, you know, like a hacking style game or a stealth style game, I think this is really up your alley. So yeah, thank you very much for watching and listening, and thank you very much if you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.